Welcome back. It is great to have your company this morning. Diners have discovered there's an upside to eating in half-empty restaurants. Eased restrictions mean we can finally dine in, but only in groups of 10. It means restaurants are pretty much empty, wait staff are extra attentive, and customers are in and out within 90 minutes.
There you go. Let's get today's take on this with Shelley Horton from 9honey.com.au and comedian Vince Sorrenti. Shelley, do you first? Now, our families are too big to sort of go and experience this. Did you visit a restaurant or a cafe over the weekend, and what was your experience?
I couldn't get a booking. You know what? I tried 10 different restaurants and I couldn't get a booking for us to go on either the 6 o'clock or the 8 o'clock sitting. But we did get to go to a cafe for brunch, and sitting down and actually having our coffee and bacon and egg roll at a table seemed like such a treat. So I think it's a really positive sign that people really do want to get back out there and support these restaurants. But I can completely understand that a lot of them can't open when it's only 10 because they're not making enough money. But just know that the demand is there, and I can't wait to get out there and really socialise again.
I heard pubs are booked out too, so you have to make a booking to get to a lot of pubs in Sydney were being booked out as well.
And I mean, yeah, but also what a great way to just have a little private, like get 9 of your mates and book out a whole pub and it's yours to yourself.
That's true, yeah.
But, you know, we found on the weekend, I've a family of 5, so that's half the cafe done. I mean, Vince, even New Zealand's Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, she was turned away from a cafe because it was at capacity. I mean, good to see there's no exceptions.
Yeah, didn't she try the "don't you know who I am" line? You know, yeah, we know who you are. You're the one that put us in this position. Good luck to Daniel Andrews trying to get a booking in the next couple of months. I found that...
I love Jacinda Ardern.
Yeah, I like
I think
it
she's
too.
the best human being on earth, and she'll be the one. She will wait patiently to have her eggs, and it will be all fine.
She's still waiting now.
She's just wonderful. I'm surprised other people aren't just like jumping out of their seats and giving them their seats.
Go ahead, Vince.
The 10 people in restaurants is great, and I love all the extra attention. You know, you get served really quick, you know, but the time limit makes it hard. You know, like if you've got 90 minutes and there's the waiting staff looking at you going, yes, hurry up, get out!
Start cleaning up around you.
Also making news, hot desking, shared kitchens and crowded public transport. An employment lawyer has listed the reasons workers can refuse to return to the office after the coronavirus lockdown. Vince, see, if these businesses fail to provide a safe working environment, employees are well within their rights to actually stay home still. So do you think some people could just choose to do this for a lot longer?
Oh, look, you get too much done at home. I think you can't really bludge unless you're in the office.
Yeah.
You know, there's water coolers, there's gossip, there's flirting around the copy room, you know, but some offices are pretty disgusting. Hot desking, I've never had to experience that. But the office kitchen, mate, some of those microwaves and fridges are their own ecosystem, if you know what I mean. Like there's diseases there we haven't even learned about yet.
Yeah, and those shared coffee mugs, none of those anymore.
Oh, gosh, no.
Shelley, I mean, legal experts warn the responsibility also lies with staff to maintain safe social distancing in the workplace. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely, because I think when it comes down to it, everyone seems to be very grateful that they even have a job. So let's not use these as an excuse to be a jerk. Let's actually go a bit of responsibility. I'm going to clean up around myself. I won't leave coffee cups in the kitchen. Things like that means you are actually helping your employer as much as the employer is helping you to stay safe.
Yeah.
So I have worked where there's hot desking, and the funniest thing about hot desking is people are such creatures of habit that you end up going to the same desk every day anyway. You don't move around. So I can understand that everyone has to be safe. I think also employers need to embrace the fact that a lot of people are working well from home, and that maybe this is a great opportunity to split their week. So it's 3 days at home and 2 days in the office, so that they have to buy smaller premises and don't have to pay all the rent. So it can be a win-win for everyone.
Well, it's working.
Shelley,
so how can
I
you
don't
argue
know,
against
mate.
that?
I'm not crazy about sitting in a warm chair.
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
No.
Shelley and Vince, you stay with us. When we come back, tradies report a rise in wives dobbing in their husbands for dodgy DIY jobs during lockdown.
And what the future of travel could look like once a return to the skies is allowed. Ooh, what's that?
Welcome back. Property owners are using their time at home to attempt more DIY renovations, but it's also led to a rise in injuries and property damage thanks to people using YouTube to teach them how to fix things instead of calling a professional.
Shelley and Vince are still here to discuss it. Shelley, one tradie reported a spike in the number of wives secretly calling him to come fix the husband's dodgy plumbing attempts. I mean, this is why I never touch anything in the house.
Especially not plumbing.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess around with that.
Nah.
Yeah, that's really serious. If you're getting into the plumbing stage, that can go wrong very badly. We rent, so there's obviously no DIY happening in our place, but one of my girlfriends who owns her home, she and her husband decided to restain the deck out the back, and it all went really well until they were letting it dry and the dog walked over it. So now it's got permanent dog prints across it. So look, they gave it a go. They're going to have to sand it back and do it again.
Oh, man.
Vince, what about you? Are you a bit of a DIY man?
Well, isn't every man? I mean, we think of it as sort of natural that all blokes are just natural handymen. And I was down at Bunnings on the weekend and I bought one of those heavy metal things that you hit nails with. What are they? Hammer.
Spanners.
But like guys falling off, 4 guys have fallen off a roof in the last couple of months. I mean, if you're watching a YouTube video about fixing your roof, watch it before you get up on the roof.
Good tip. How did that hammering go?
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, he's still got 2 thumbs.
Still got 2 thumbs.
Still got 2
okay.
thumbs, though. Supermodel Naomi Campbell is not taking any risks when it comes to travelling during COVID. She posted a selfie wearing basically a hazmat suit, goggles, a face shield on top of the goggles on a recent flight. Vince, I think this is the modern flying attire.
Look, I don't want to sound cruel, but, she is a middle-aged supermodel.
Yes.
And those little wrinkles or little spots here and there, why not cover up face mask, full hazmat suit, all the gear? No one's going to tell. But on the other hand, I have to agree with her that some people on planes themselves can be disgusting. Like kids vomit in there, there's snot and body excretions and sweat. My pet hate, I've twice, this has happened to me, I've sat next to a guy who has taken off their shoes and socks and put their feet up on the screen.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm thinking, dude, can I build a wall here? This is just disgusting. Get a life.
Yes.
Give me a hazmat suit.
Well,
I'm into it.
Speaking of building a wall, Shelley, a European company has come up with a design for a removable seat partition to keep passengers safer. Do you think this will become part of the air travel future?
Oh,
you like
know
it?
what? I actually love this. I really want this because not only does it stop everyone fighting over who's going to have the armrest for the middle seat, but it also means you don't have to have that awkward conversation with someone when you really just want to read your book or watch a movie. So bring on the partition.
I don't like the fact it's clear, Shelley. I want them.
Fall asleep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said my thing would probably be that I'd fall asleep and then drool on the partition, which probably isn't ideal.
Yeah. My thing is that it's clear.
plastic.
I don't want them clear. If you're going to go the whole hog.
I'm with you, David. I want complete blackout, mate. Total.
I want a cushion on them so that I can just
that's a
lean
good idea. Let's get a
against
cushion
them.
on them.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thanks, team. Some good advice there to any budding entrepreneurs that want to help us while we're flying. See you guys. Stay safe.
See you. Have a great week. Coming up on Today Extra.